There it goes. Yeah. Let him hear you, folks. Let him hear you.
Come join us as we take you on a trip from the practice pen to the show arena and let you listen in as top trainers prepare their students to compete in the Western industry's most exciting equine sport. And you'll learn what it takes to become a top weekend cutter.
Just relax, Robert.
Very good, Chase. Keep pushing on that horn, bud.
Outside leg just a little. There you go. Stay up. Back up. Stay up. There you go. Good. Don't lean. There you go.
People from all walks of life can find a place in our sport.
Hi, I am Kathy Reiserfoot. My husband Jonathan and I have insured with Roger Peters Livestock for over 30 years. Our most recent issue was I was showing our mare. We were sitting fourth in the world and she tore a suspensory. Our insurance coverage is the reason we were able to continue on with Lola. And I so appreciate Roger Peters Livestock Insurance.
AIM Track is your Central Georgia authorized dealer for Case International. It's our mission to be the premier provider of equipment and service to the agricultural industry in the Southeast. With over 100 years of combined experience in the farming industry, we offer expertise in the field along with efficient, friendly service. When you're ready for your next tractor, see the folks at AIM Track. Jeff Smith Chrysler Dodge and Jeep. Home of one of the largest inventories of Ram heavy-duty to light-duty trucks in the Southeast United States. With sales and service know-how that is sure to put a smile on your face. When you're ready for your next Ram, go see the folks at Jeff Smith Chrysler Dodge and Jeep in Perry, Georgia. Hey folks, welcome to this week's episode of Cuttin Up. I'm Kenny Emai, your host. We're going to be bringing you the highlights of an entire cutting that took place at the Georgia National Fairgrounds in Perry, Georgia. This was one of the events put on by the Weekend Cutting Horse Association. So sit back, relax, you're going to enjoy this episode. It's entirely brought to you by Roger Peters Livestock Insurers. Be sure and get a hold of Connie Peters to get your horses insured. Now let's go to Perry, Georgia. Here's Saturday's Total Feeds champion, Charles Coleman, Pep's Bar Boy. Charles marked a 73. Here's Amtrak International's non-pro champion, Denise Sides, on Playing at the Mall.
Home on the range, this is not the same. If you can't cut it, then get out the ring. Stay behind the gate if you can't stand the flame. Let someone in there who knows the game. If you can't cut it, move out the way. Let me in there, get out my way. Got me a cutting horse and we have style. We have technique, we're gonna dance a while. Dance, dance, cutting horse dance. To the left, to the right, cutting horse dance. Bounce, bounce, the cutting horse dance. Left, right, do you hear what I'm saying? From side to side, we won't hardly make a sound. My horse and I gonna stare that cow down. Keep your eyes focused, separation is the game. Watch those legs go, 2.5 is the frame. If you can't cut it, move out the way. Let me in there, get out my way. Got me a cutting horse and we have style. We have technique, we're gonna dance a while. Dance, dance, cutting horse dance. To the left, to the right, cutting horse dance. Bounce, bounce, the cutting horse dance. Left, right, let's dance. Let's dance. Dance, dance, cutting horse dance. To the left, to the right, cutting horse dance. Bounce, bounce, the cutting horse dance. Left, right, let's do it again. Dance, dance, cutting horse dance. To the left, to the right, cutting horse dance. Bounce, bounce, the cutting horse dance.
She marks a 72. Here's Manzanola Feeds, Top the Rockies, youth champion Ashley Barwick on Smokin' Trona Miracle. Marks are a 73.
This is Dr. Harry Anderson. One topic I hear talked about a lot lately that has not been addressed for years is colonic ulcers. Two researchers at LSU did a survey of over 500 horses, and 65% of performance horses have this problem. That's a very high level. They were saying stress, of course, is the main thing, but also the heavy use of bute or banamine can cause these same kinds of things. If you're looking at how to really alleviate this, there are ways to handle this, and you may want to look into all of the ways to deal with it. If you suspect that your horse has this problem, make sure you get a valid diagnosis, because it's not easy to diagnose. Go to a reputable veterinarian and get it positively diagnosed before you proceed with any kind of a treatment.
Here's Travelodge Perry's 50,000 amateur champion, Miss Kathy Dameron from Byronville, Georgia, on workwear. Marks are a 73. Here's Jeff Smith Automotive's 15,000 novice horse champion, Charles Coleman, riding spurs and peanuts. to 74. Here's Roger Peters Livestock Insurers 2000 Amateur Champion, Miss Jessica Robertson, riding DH Freckles Smart.
Home on the range, this is not the same. If you can't cut it, then get out the ring. Stay behind the gate if you can't stand the flame. Let someone in there who knows the game. If you can't cut it, move out the way. Let me in there, get out my way. Got me a cutting horse and we have style. We have technique, we gonna dance a while. Dance, dance, cutting horse dance. To the left, to the right, cutting horse dance. Bounce, bounce, the cutting horse dance. Left, right, do you hear what I'm saying? From side to side, we won't hardly make a sound. My horse and I gonna stare that cow down. Keep your eyes focused, separation is the game. Watch those legs go, 2.5 in the frame. If you can't cut it, move out the way. Let me in there, get out my way. Got me a cutting horse and we have style. We have technique, we're gonna dance a while. Dance, dance, cutting horse dance. To the left, to the right, cutting horse dance. Bounce, bounce, the cutting horse dance. Left, right, let's dance. Let's dance. Dance, dance, cutting horse dance. To the left, to the right, cutting horse dance. Bounce, bounce, the cutting horse dance. Left, right, let's do it again. Dance, dance, cutting horse dance. To the left, to the right, cutting horse dance. Bounce, bounce, the cutting horse dance. Left,
Up
right,
to 72. Here's Discover Perry's 15,000 Amateur Champion, Miss Ashley Barwick, riding Smoking Trona's Miracle. marks a 73. Here's the Weekend Cutter TV show's 35 Novice Non-Pro champion, Miss Brandy Scott, riding Freckles Dual Play. Marks are a 73.
Hi, this is Rick Mallory, and you be the judge.
Well, I tell you what, Rick Mallory being in the studio is a big honor. Rick, thank you for being here, my friend.
Thank you for having me.
We've brought together this segment called You Be the Judge to let folks kind of see different penalties that happen in a show run. And hopefully by recognizing those penalties, we all figure out a way to correct our mistakes. So we're going to look at one that would be referred to as a miss or an out of position today. So let's take a look at that right here.
Okay.
Right after these messages, we're going to see what you think.
Oh, well, we'll do that.
The rural American lifestyle. It's how we work, and it's how we play. It's how we learn and how we enjoy the finer things in life. How we take care of our animals and tend to the land. It's a way of life. Has been for hundreds of years. Now there's a whole new way for rural America to watch TV. How would you like to live closer to the Will Rogers Coliseum than anyone in Weatherford, Texas? Thanks to the new Chisholm Trail Parkway, Cleburne to Fort Worth is just 25 minutes. This resort-style saltwater pool area was designed with thoughts and memories of floating the Frio River in Concan, Texas, with the relaxing atmosphere of the finest resorts in Cancun, Mexico. Definitely built for entertaining. The horsemen will appreciate all pipe fencing and turnouts with water and shelter to support a broodmare and foal operation. Lots of outbuildings, working pens, alleys, and traps for working cattle and keeping horses tuned. And a great big round pen with terrific footing for getting them ready to go show. Beautiful 20-acre fertilized Bermuda grass hay meadow that yielded 94 rolls at the first cutting. The main home with metal roof is all Austin stone and cedar trim. 4 bedrooms, lots of custom tile, wood floors throughout, crown molding, heat pump system, the list goes on. The large dining area sits next to a huge kitchen with more cabinets than you can shake a stick at. With a huge office, big yard, beautiful views, and lots of shade trees. For your little piece of Texas, contact Stephanie Cordaway and Keller Williams. Well, now that we're back from commercial, Rick Mowry, talk about this.
Well, you know, he dropped his hand. He was in good shape right here. Right about there, he went a little strong that away. So in my opinion, that would be a 1-point miss.
All right, now talk about, sometimes we see half-point misses, sometimes we see full-point misses. I'm going to read to you out of the Weekend Cutting Horse Association's rule book concerning that. Rule 52, when a horse goes past a cow to a degree that the horse loses his working advantage, a 1-point penalty will be assessed for each occurrence. Also, the very next rule is 52A. A judge may also apply a half miss, a half-point deduction if necessary. Now, Rick, tell me the difference between a half-point miss and a full-point miss. They're both out-of-position penalties, correct?
Right, and a half point would be if a horse misses a cow a little bit like that, but then regains position in the next move back.
Okay.
But now if it takes him 2 or 3 or 4 strides, or he cold trails a cow all the way to the fence, then that is probably going to be a 1-point miss because he didn't get back in position.
Right, okay. So, and either way, it's going to be based on the personal opinion of that one judge. Some people may be a little more flexible with
Right.
the difference between a full point and 1 point.
Right, exactly. But if, in my opinion, that was surely a 1-point penalty.
Okay, and the bottom line, the reason for these You Be the Judge segments is to let riders know how to identify and prevent those penalties from happening in a show run.
Right, right. And I can see a judge still calling that a half-point miss, but in my opinion, it's definitely a 1 point. Even if the rider does get right back in position and stops that cow, again, the next move, he still had it's a pretty big miss there, in my opinion.
Right, right. Well, I hope that gives you a little more in-depth explanation on the description of a miss, whether, how it could be construed as a 1 point or a half-point miss, with a man that's judged more cuttings than I've ever been to, Rick Mowry. Rick, thank you for being with us for You Be the Judge.
Thank you for having me.
Now let's get back to the action. Here's Total Feed's Open Champion from Sunday, Eddie Braxton, riding Mecom Red Diablo. marks a 73. Here's Aimtrack Case International's non-pro champion, Miss Priscilla Wilson, on Total Recall. Marks a 75. Here's Manzanola Feeds, Top the Rockies Alfalfa Cubes, youth champion Miss Ashley Barwick, riding Smoking Trona Miracle.
Home on the range, this is not the same. If you can't cut it, then get out the ring. Stay behind the gate if you can't stand the flame. Let someone in there who knows the game. If you can't cut it, move out the way. Let me in there, get out my way. Got me a cutting horse and we have style. We have technique, we gonna dance a while. Dance, dance, cutting horse dance. To the left, to the right, cutting horse dance. Bounce, bounce, the cutting horse dance. Left, right, do you hear what I'm saying? From side to side, we won't hardly make a sound. My horse and I gonna stare that cow down. Keep your eyes focused, separation is the game. Watch those legs go, 2.5 in the frame. If you can't cut it, move out the way. Let me in there, get out my way. Got me a cutting horse and we have style. We have technique, we're gonna dance a while. Dance, dance, cutting horse dance. To the left, to the right, cutting horse dance. Bounce, bounce, the cutting horse dance. Left, right, let's dance. Let's dance. Dance, dance, cutting horse dance.
Marks a 71.
Cutting horse dance.
Here's Travelodge Perry's 50,000 amateur champion, Miss Ashley Barwick, riding Smoking Trona Miracle. Marks a 73. Here's Jeff Smith Automotive's 15,000 Novice Non-Pro Champion, Miss Jamie Hayes, riding Fern Sings the Blues. Marks a 74. Here's Roger Peters Livestock Insurer's 2000 Amateur Champion, Miss Erin Parker, riding Spurs and Peanuts. Marks a 73.
Hi, I'm Ted Sokol, and we're here today talking a bit. Today, I'm going to talk about a bit that I go get in the tack room every time I'm working horses. And the bit I like to use is right here. It is just a medium shank, twisted wire snaffle bit. And I like this bit. I can take my young horses from snaffles into this bridle, get them collected, head-setted where I need to have them. I can take my old horses that have been maybe in a big heavy bridle, bring them back down to this where they're not scared, get my flexion and my collection that I need out of it. And so when I'm looking for a bit in the tack room to put on any different horse, this is the one that I enjoy using the most. I even will take this on my young 3-year-olds sometimes, and I will even show them in this because they stay relaxed and they're not worried about it. Okay, this one right here is made by Ray Mayhew out of Pennsylvania. Ray makes some really good bridles, has made bridles for me for 10 years now, 20 years, long time. That's Talking a Bit. I'm Ted Sokol, and thanks for joining us.
The Talking a Bit segment is designed to let you know what trainers consider to be their favorite bit and what their uses are. Be sure and talk with your trainer to see what bit works best for you and your horse.
I'm Dr. Glenn Blodgett from the 4 Sixes Ranch here in Guthrie, Texas, and I highly recommend Alfalfa Cubes from Manzanola, Colorado. The thing I can tell you about this Top of the Rockies cube is it's the most consistent form of alfalfa I've ever been able to purchase. We feed this in the pasture on the ground some, we feed it in the lots. It really does meet all the nutritional needs. I couldn't recommend any hay source any higher than I can this Top of the Rockies cube.
This is Dr. Harry Anderson. I've devoted the last 40 years of my life to planning and developing the products we have available to you in Total Feeds. Total Feeds has safe, simple, and proven nutritional programs for you and your animals. Make Total Feeds a part of your healthy lifestyle.
Well, I hope you all enjoyed the highlights from the Weekend Cutting Horse Association event. They're held at the Georgia National Fairgrounds in Perry, Georgia. We want to say a big thank you to Roger Peters Livestock Insurers. Be sure and go to rogerpeterslivestockins.com. Connie or Stacy can help you get your horses insured and taken care of, no matter what discipline you show in. And remember, no vet checks up to $100,000 in value. Also, Roger Peters Livestock Insurers has been an agent for Great American Insurance for over 35 years. So staying power in the industry is not in question. Y'all be sure and join us right here next week. We'll be right here cutting up.
This is not the same. If you can't cut it, then get out the ring. Stay behind the gate if you can't stand the flame. Let someone in